Hello everyone, my name is Matt, the Resale Champ. Welcome into my channel. I just wanted to do a quick video this morning on the topic of selling used items on Amazon. So in my last haul video I referenced several of the items that I went through, listing them actually on Amazon. And so I got to thinking about it, and a lot of the conversations I've seen in like Facebook groups and stuff, there's a lot of people that never realize you can sell things or even buy things used on Amazon. So is this even a good idea? Well, let me tell you, the default for me when I'm selling something is to send it into Amazon, used or new. And the reason for that is twofold. Number one, it gets it out of my house, so I don't have to store it and keep up with it. And then the second reason is, for the most part, the rule of thumb is you're going to get a higher price for it, when it sells on Amazon. Now, you do have to be careful with that because of fees, including storage fees. How long is it going to sit there? So you got to just make sure that you take all those factors into consideration. So I did have, 5 actual items from the last haul that were out of box that I wanted to send into Amazon. Now, the easiest ones obviously are the inbox items. And when I'm out, looking at yard sales or thrifting, the first thing I'm looking to or drawn to is inbox items. They have a barcode on them. They're easy to scan, and they're easy to, prep and send in because the item's already in the box. And if it's in the original packaging, that much better. So one of the items from the last haul that I just did was this pretzel maker. It was in the box, but not original packaging. So let me show you real quick what I did with that. So here's the item. It's this super pretzel maker that I'm sending into Amazon. So there's no packing in it. The item was literally just in the box. So what I did do is I took it out. It actually needed to be cleaned. It wasn't filthy. It wasn't dirty, but it had like some, where I guess it had been sprayed, with like the butter sprays and stuff like that. Literally all I did after I cleaned it off, I stuck it back in the box, and I used this brown paper that Amazon likes to send you like returns and stuff. I get a lot of returns back because I sell so much stuff on Amazon. A lot of stuff comes back, and this is what the packing that they use to, pack their items. So it works perfect. I've got more than I could ever use of this stuff, but it is a great packing thing to use. And it'll go in here nicely. It keeps the thing in place because you don't want to send it in and the thing's banging all around. For one thing, it could damage the item. And then the second thing is it could actually, damage the box or, fall out technically. I mean, if you didn't treat it right. So that's all I did with that. That's why I like, things in the box. I don't have to do anything else. I did have to put some packing paper in there, but that was it. So I wanted to show you, that's how I would treat an item that didn't have the original packing, but was still in the original box. Now I've got 4 other items here that I showed from the haul video. I wanted to kind of go over what I did with those items as well. There's really 2 methods for, shipping in or prepping an item that's not boxed. The first thing, which is what I kind of was my default, I always would box everything. And the problem with this is it's hard to, always find the right size box to, get it all packed in there nice and neat. And the other thing with that is Amazon does, they're pretty picky about it. They don't want you to send in any box. You definitely don't want to put it in a box from something else. So in other words, you wouldn't want to put this, pretzel maker in a diaper box. That's a big no-no, and they will flag that and flag your account and say, don't do this anymore. So you got to be careful with that. And it's a little harder to find nondescript. They really want nondescript blank boxes. If you look at the terms of service on Amazon, that's what they want if you're going to box it. The second way is to bubble wrap. And this may be kind of think, oh, is that really protective? Well, you can get some really good bubble wrap. If you're going to do this method, you want the thick stuff that is very protective. You don't want to use this really thin, small bubble wrap. And when I first kind of saw this on some Facebook groups, I was a little hesitant, but I did start doing that. And now it's kind of a mixture. So really, it's one of the two things that you're going to do. You're either going to bubble wrap it. If you bubble wrap it, then you take that item and you stick it in a poly bag. So you're going to bubble wrap it and then stick it in a poly bag. If you're going to box it, obviously you've got to find the right size box that's going to fit. And then you're going to make sure it's packed in there nicely so it's not moving around. And then, that gets the label. So you're going to label the box, and then you're going to label the poly bag that the bubbled item goes into. Let me show you the first item is going to be from the haul. Now, this doesn't look like much. This is that same brown paper. You're probably going to recognize that. I think this is the flash that was on the in that camera bag. So I'm selling the flash separately, and the reason it's like this is it was in a case. So the flash had its own case. So the flash is in the case, and then I just took this brown paper, packing paper, and I wrapped it up nicely. Now this is going to go into a poly bag, and then there's going to get a label on it, and that's it. So I'm not even bubbling this. It's just literally being wrapped. I feel like since it's in the case, it's protected enough. If it wasn't in the case, I probably would bubble it. So this is another way to do it. Now you're going to see that I don't have it actually in a poly bag right now because all of my poly bags, I have somebody do that for me. So I've got a person that does all my prepping, packing, and shipping. And so she has all my poly bags. So I'll put this in, or this will go to her. She'll poly bag it, label it, and it'll go into Amazon just like this, except in a poly bag. All right, and then a box. Okay, so again, here you'll see this is a used box that I had. It's a small square box, nondescript, no markings on it. I think this is it's not a U-line, but it's a box that we had something shipped to us here at the house, and I was able to use that for one of my own items. Honestly, it's like Christmas. I have no idea what I even put in here, but as you can see, more of that brown packing paper. So you can start to see a pattern here. I'm kind of wondering what's in here. I know this is great video, huh? I think this is the actual camera. Okay, so remember I had the camera bag. That was the item that was loose right there was the flash. This is the actual camera. So I boxed it, and what I did is I packed it in nice and neat. I mean, it's got a bunch of this brown, packing paper in it. So it's wrapped in the paper, and then there's paper packed in there nice and tight all the way around. Box gets taped, gets a label. This is the camera. I think it was a Minolta camera. So it's going to go into Amazon. Okay, so let's go to another bubbled item. So here is the lens for that camera. So we're starting to see a pattern. I think all of these, so 3 of the items from that camera bag that I had. This is the lens. The lens obviously has breakable glass in it. So it just simply got some really thick, strong bubble. So it's the bigger and the thicker bubble, and it is taped all the way around there. And then this is going to slide into a poly bag, get a label, and it's going to ship just like this into Amazon FBA. These items are just going to get packed into a box and go into FBA. And so just like that. Last item is that DVD recorder. So now I've actually done this before with the big electronics. I've had enough bubble, and really good bubble, that I've been able to wrap those things up pretty tightly in bubble You have to have a big poly bag, but you can actually send those in bubble wrap. It's really what you have around the house and what's going to be, the easiest thing for you to do at that time. Do you have the right size box or not? I just happen to have a box, so I was able to box the DVD recorder. So here it is. So again, there's no box. There's no box. There's no markings on the box, and this is actually a Uline box. So if you had a question, well, where do I find boxes that don't have, Home Depot, or they're not, diaper boxes or whatever, you can go on Uline and order boxes there. Now, I did not order this. This is one that I've had. So I've been doing this for so many years. I've kept a lot of the boxes that I find or stuff shipped to me, and I'll keep them to reship, items in. And so again, if I open this up, you're going to find in here more of the brown paper. Now, this was a little more involved, and I have pictures of this, but there's the instruction manual, and then I don't know if you can see up here, there's this foam padding. So I had these this foam wrap that you use like when packing for like putting glass around glasses in boxes. I put that on there. I also have a bubble on there as well. So as part of my packing, I used bubble in the packing as well as like some foam protective pieces, because this was, remember, it was going to be a couple $100 item. So I didn't want the customer getting this and it being damaged, and it's solid in there, it's not moving. So I did use, and this took some time. It took probably 30 minutes for me to find everything, get it packed. But here's some of the bubble right here. So I've got a whole mixture of packing paper, bubble wrap, foam wrap, and I boxed this item. And so it is going to get taped up and sent in. We'll stick an item label on it. And again, you can get these boxes if you wanted to. If you didn't have them on hand, you can buy them from Uline. And I'm sure there's some other places online. So that was it. Those are going to get shipped in, this week. And I'm not always doing that. So I wanted to go ahead, since I had the items on hand, I wanted to do a quick video, because I have seen a lot of questions online about, how are you going to, ship that? Because somebody will post something like the DVD recorder or something else electronic that's not boxed, and they'll say, well, how are you going to sell that on Amazon? Well, that's how you're going to bubble wrap it, or you're going to pack it in a box with packing paper, put a label on the poly bag, put a label on the box. It goes right into Amazon just like that. So hope this was helpful, and hope you got something from this. Look for more information kind of like this in upcoming, YouTube videos. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.